In this episode, I'm going to be exploring the use of AI-generated music in the classroom. The AI Academia podcast is a weekly show helping educators like you leverage AI in your everyday practice. I'm your host, Andy Fisher, and thanks for joining me. Over the past couple of years, AI-generated music has come on in leaps and bounds. Platforms like Suno and Udio allow users to create original tracks, either instrumentals or songs with lyrics, in a matter of minutes, making them highly accessible for educators who are looking to integrate music into their lessons. If you're new to this, here's a quick primer. Both Suno and Udio offer limited number of daily song generations, even on their free plan. So, for example, Suno provides 10 credits per day, and each time you generate a song, you'll receive 2 different versions. So that means you could create up to 5 songs daily without paying anything. If you choose to invest in a paid plan, I found it excellent value for money, so I can generate more than 500 songs a month for just $10, which means that I can experiment without being concerned about running out of credits. The platforms work using a built-in large language model that can generate lyrics and then can be set to a variety of different music styles, or alternatively, you can upload your own lyrics if you have something specific in mind. If you have a musical ear, you can fine-tune your prompts to create a particular genre of music or come close to duplicating one of your favourite bands. Although I was pleased to see that if you name a particular artist, the model will refuse to execute the prompt and will give you a message that explains it would be a breach of community guidelines. We'll come back to the ethics of AI music later in the episode. But if you wanted something in the style, say, of Ed Sheeran, you might prompt for an acoustic guitar track with a male British singer-songwriter, and you'll get something a little bit like this.
Looking for answers in puddles and rain, empty cans floating past gutters and drains, scrumpled up scratch cards and cigarette butts, city of Sodom washed clean in the flood. So I hold you tight like a life raft, turn my back on the spray and the foam. I tell you that you calm the storm within, you tell me I smell like home.
There are some handy suggestions on the platform on how you can create unique musical styles, or you can just hit the roll the dice option to randomize the output. You might go for a modern country and western track with male vocals, or a 90s glam rock anthem. You could try for an epic, cinematic fantasy theme or a musical theatre duet, and each of these prompts will create very different results. It does sometimes take a little experimentation to land on a song that matches the earworm in your imagination, but that's part of the fun for me. For more advanced users, you can try meta-prompting by adding instructions in brackets like verse, chorus, guitar, instrumental, or bridge. And the models don't always follow these instructions to the letter, but it does give you a little more control over the shape of the song generated. And once you've submitted your prompt, the process is really quick. Songs are typically generated within 30 to 60 seconds and can be listened to directly in the app. The ease of use and quick turnaround of AI music generators like Suno make them practical not just for creating resources in advance, but also for real-time use during lessons. So let's explore some examples of how I and my colleagues have been using AI music generation in our lessons this year so far. My wife, who teaches primary, is currently working with 7 and 8-year-old pupils, and she's used AI-generated songs to help her with times table memorization. Here's a clip from a track we made in Suno, the lyrics and music having been created on the platform.
Oh! 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Feel the rhythm, count along. The numbers start to mix. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3, 12. It's a fire in your mind. Let's explore, let's delve. Count it out, feel the beat. The power's in your hands, complete. 3, 6, 9, 12, let's go. 15, 18, watch it grow. Sing it loud, feel the drive. It's the threes, they come alive. 21, 24, hear the sound. The threes will take you higher ground.
She also produced a hip-hop track to introduce a new scheme of work on the various regions of Britain. This was used as a backing track as the pupils walked around the classroom scanning QR codes with their tablets. Those codes took them to colourful landing pages with facts and details about those counties. And yes, we created those websites using an AI no-code tool called Replit, which I can talk about in a future episode. Here's a snippet from that song.
Greater London is big and loud. Big Ben watches the busy crowd. So much to see, so much to do. The capital city is waiting for you. East Anglia's rivers flow so slow. Norfolk Broad's where the boats all go. Birds and trees, it's calm and nice. A peaceful place, a paradise. England's regions, each so great. From hills to cliffs to a city estate. 10 amazing places, hear the cheer. England's heart beats strong right here.
As a secondary school English teacher myself, I've used AI music twice this term. In the first instance, I used it live in a lesson where we were exploring the presentation of the witches in Macbeth. Having read the scene in which the weird sisters cast a spell around a cauldron, pupils were tasked to work in small groups to direct the scene for a modern interpretation of the play. And this included setting the spell to music. And we had some great ideas. So one group suggested the witches could appear as aging rock stars like the Rolling Stones. Another group wanted them to be goth K-pop girls. And a third group suggested a head-banging death metal vibe. I fed each of these styles into Suno along with Shakespeare's verse, played the generated tracks, and then we discussed how successful each version was and whether we thought they would work on the stage. So here's an excerpt from one of the outputs.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrail grow, toad that under cold stone. Days and nights has 31, sweltered venom sleeping got, boiled out first in the charm pot. Double, double toil and trouble, fire, burning cauldron, bubble, fill it of a fenny snake.
The most recent time I've used AI music this term was actually in supporting my son to complete a homework about yeast. He had to make a fact sheet and wasn't particularly inspired, so we sat together and used ChatGPT to create some suggested lyrics. We then tweaked them until we were happy before uploading them to Suno, and here's the result.
Rise up, yeast, yeah, reach for the skies. Powerhouse fungus, baker's pride. In your bread, in your beer, watch it thrive. Shout out to the yeast, a culture alive. Now pin back your ears, here's a science fact. Yeast breathes oxygen, but it starts to react. When it's low on air, it shifts its flow. Makes alcohol and bubbles, quid pro quo. Temperature's key, don't let it get too hot. Keep it cool and steady or your yeast might rot. Feed it right, show some fungal respect, and your yeasty treats will be perfect.
We forwarded a copy of this song to his biology teacher, who was so taken with it that he played it for the whole class and is now using AI music as part of his classroom practice. And I can imagine other subject teachers will quickly find use cases that suit their own classroom content. Modern foreign language teachers might use this technology to introduce new vocabulary. Drama and theatre teachers could create original and royalty-free background tracks for their class productions. And since we often remember song lyrics more easily than raw text, AI-generated songs could be used to reinforce key concepts across the curriculum as part of a revision process. Finally, I'd like to mention a half-term scheme of work using AI music generators that I've just launched with my Year 10 students who are part of the pilot Introduction to AI course which I'm running. This is a non-examined alternative to GCSEs, and I mentioned a little bit about this course in episode 5 last week. In the next few weeks, I will introduce Udio, Suno, and some of the other AI music platforms that are available. Students will learn how to use them and will then work towards generating an original song on a topic and in a style of their choice. These tracks will then be submitted to me anonymously, and then I will pass them on to a member of our school's music department, along with a few lesser-known human-generated songs as well. My brave and open-minded colleague has then agreed to see if he can figure out which are AI-generated and then choose the track that he thinks is the most successful piece of music submitted. And the project will then culminate with all of us coming together to discuss the experience, and we'll broaden the conversation to consider the ethics and implications of AI music. We'll be asking some fairly thorny questions like these. What are the data sets from which AI music platforms like Suno and Udio draw in order to build their algorithms? Have human artists had their material scraped and used without their consent? Are AI music generators a good thing because they democratize the process, allowing creators to produce and share their work with a global audience without having to deal with gatekeepers and record labels that have traditionally controlled the industry? Or are these platforms reducing the opportunities for musicians to earn a living as the market becomes flooded with cheaply produced tracks made by users who have never played a musical instrument or spent a minute in a recording studio? And are AI-generated songs original creations, or are they just the musical equivalent of spam, reconstituted and homogenized output that on balance dilutes human creativity? Some very thought-provoking questions which I'm looking forward to wrestling with. Once we've completed the half-term's work, I'll produce a follow-up episode to let you know how it went, and perhaps I'll even be able to persuade my colleague in the music department to join me and we can record a conversation with these topics in mind. But to round things up for today, and putting aside the broader implications of AI music to the music industry itself, I think platforms like Udio and Suno are exciting, creative tools that can bring a fresh dimension to teaching our subjects. They're free, easy to use, and I'd encourage you to experiment with them yourself. I'll put links in the show notes so that you can go directly to the relevant websites. Thanks for listening. I hope you found some useful takeaways from this episode. Please do spread the word if you think others would like the show. And don't forget to check out the AI Academia YouTube channel for practical tutorials on using AI tools in education. Have a great week, and I look forward to catching up again soon.